we do have another game. This time we have Crackety here playing as the Rus in the color gray, and against his opponent playing as the Malians in the color teal. Interesting match. I haven't seen this matchup very often. Rus has been through a lot of changes since the latest patch. You know, the new bounty, the fast castle builds, not only that, but the professional scouts that you can actually use quite easy now. A lot of people are using them, especially with the rules that you normally want to get multiple scouts just to gather all that deer, send it to your base, get that bounty. Meanwhile, the Malians not going through a lot of changes. Not going through a lot. They're gonna have big changes coming up in the next season. So I guess it's just gonna be a really standard game coming from the Malians. The Rus, I don't really know what to expect. Like, they seem to be able to stay at their base for a very long time, and also they are now playing with the, with the Golden Gate. The Golden Gate basically allows them to just go to castle really fast, just because they can balance their economy, get some free resources on the way, and potentially get all the relics and just take it from there. And they are very safe in their base, because if you go professional scouts, you don't need a Kremlin really. You have your town center, and so it's kind of unpredictable, to be honest. It's kind of unpredictable. So I'm not really sure what the Rus players can potentially do in this matchup. I mean, you have a lot of incentive to actually go to harass the opponent, to take down these pit mines, slow his castle age. But I'm not sure if that's gonna happen. Golden Gate is coming up, just with 3 villagers. I don't know if there is a room for Crackety here to just attack the pit mines. A good thing for him is second pit mine, it's on the front line, so that's a good thing for him. The other one is kind of in the back, but it's very far from his base, so I think Crackety is gonna have a good time denying those pit mines, especially this one. This one is at the front, and we see Mantis Quarry coming up for the Malian. Mantis Quarry, it's every time now that I see the landmark, I get flashbacks, because when you work on a piece for so long, you start like knowing all the details about it. You need to do a lot of research and do a lot of, kind of get to know what you're working on in order to do it as best as you can. And I'm extremely familiar. I've been like these villagers for the last months, pretty much building exactly the same. So every time I see this landmark, it's like gives me how do you call it in English? Goosebumps. That's how you call it. I'm not really sure. I just like, oh, I know this feeling. I know exactly this feeling. Oh, the flags, of course. The flags is the latest part. Now we will see if both players wanna fight in feudal or not. For the Malians, they don't really need to if they can get away with a second pit mine without getting any kind of military defense. And that will entirely depend if Crackety wants to fight or not. And indeed, we see professional scouts coming for him. It's gonna be denying the deer around here. But, Malian is very safe with the food. Yeah, that's a good thing about them, is like they are really safe with their food. In worst case scenario, you always have the gold. You can get some cows and have some nice beef at home. So it's not gonna be so much about denying it. It's gonna be more about... did I see some resources exchange? Let's take a look at this. Look like he's... Oh no, it's just a gold. It's like they find these guys find gold in the food. Amazing, amazing. It looks like it's gonna Frank the Mantis shrimp. It's gonna have a great time here. No, not gonna be able to. Not gonna have the pressure of defending that second pit mine, even though it's kind of exposed. So it's kind of like a missed opportunity here. But Crackety is definitely thinking about that Castle Age. It's actually... He's not mining gold. This is really interesting. He's getting all the gold from the fruit. And he's just, you know, selling resources. As soon as you get another ticket, you can sell food for 150 gold. You don't really need to mine gold to go castle. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Meanwhile, Uber Eats arriving soon. And the scout. It's gonna... Actually, now that Frank, the Mantis shrimp, knows what Crackety plan is, I'm gonna try potentially go for that warrior scouts. Just to try to take down those, you know, those Crackety scouts, so he don't have food at home. And look at this! Now he's going castle, just by the fact that they just eating deer. Amazing! That's really amazing. Meanwhile, on the Malian side, cow boom starting to happen. Have a couple of cattle ranches. And indeed, it's gonna be some, probably some warrior scouts, definitely cheaper. It's gonna be the better choice here. Definitely. It's gonna be the better choice. Very cheap, and then you can just go for food and just try to deny these scouts. But it looks like it's a little bit too late. It's a little bit too late. Now Crackety is already taking all the deer from his opponent. He only have one deer pack here. And I wouldn't be surprised if he takes it. This is pretty much uncontested. And indeed, gotta love it. High trade house in the back of the base. 8-minute mark Castle Age. And there's nothing you can do about it. Like, you can just go castle by just gathering food. It's just amazing how the Golden Gate is used now. A high trade house has quite a lot of treat here, so it's a really good spot. It's a really good spot. So now he will be able to contest relics. And let's see what is Frank's plan. Probably try to defend, you know, try to deny the relics as much as you can. Like if your opponent, if you're late in the Castle Age, your opponent is trying to grab relics, probably you're really happy if you manage to deny like 2 of them. You can get 2 for home. Because in reality, that's better than nothing, right? Big wall coming here. Very big wall. Meanwhile, more food coming from Crackety. This is just amazing stuff to witness. Just amazing. Nothing like Uber Eats, man. Nothing like Uber Eats. Meanwhile, more walls coming for Crackety. And we see a stable, so we're gonna see some knights on the field. Double monastery. Taking advantage of the situation. Meanwhile, Frank the Mantis. Let's take a look at his vision. Still in his base. He needs to deny some relics. Especially the ones close to his base. Like at least this one. And this one. Like it will be a very, very good thing for him. If he managed to deny those. Donzos are already there to scare the knight. And scouts are coming to take more deer home, and there is no units here. Never mind, there is a Donzel. But how many scouts can you take, to be honest? It's like, yeah, you're gonna focus on one, but eventually one of them will have to go away. Rockety going for the horseman. There's not enough gold to sustain the snipe production, but never mind. We're seeing horse archer joining the party here, and the scouts is gonna be gathering the deer. That's a good thing about the new update. You don't really need to worry about them. Meanwhile, the Malians just making more and more units, trying to take down the scouts. But even if you take them down, like the deer is already very far away from your home. It's only a couple of deer pack left. Looks like he's gonna have to eat some cows or some berries. This is a really tough position. I like Crackety's position a lot. He's already have very good number of military units, equal economic count, and it's already in Castle Age. I just need to keep in mind the Malians they do have the cow boom, which it's very good. It's just extremely good source of food income. So only one relic there for Crackety. Looks like the Malians are just doing such a good job on protecting those relics. Villager here somewhere. Not really sure what he wanna do. Probably wanna finish up this wall. And then, there you go, Grand Finale Corral. Coming up for Frank. He's guarding those relics. Another relic coming for Crackety. He's going back home with another one, so that makes 2 of them so far. Let's see if Frank can get some relics for himself. It's like Warrior Monk is gonna get spotted. Not enough units for Frank to actually protect this relic, and looks like this relic will go to Crackety. Horse archers already arrived, and they are pretty damn good. Now the Malians. Now it is time for a counter-attack. Malians in the Castle Age. Extreme food economy. Lot of gold. And potentially soon. There's already a lot of production buildings. I'm gonna go for sofas. Elite veteran. Veteran sofa, veteran donzo. Getting all those upgrades. It's a very nice base that slow but steady the Malians are getting with those walls. Love that playstyle. I mean, I always love to make walls. I'm a wall guy. I always feel safer with the walls. I cannot react on time. It's one of my weaknesses. Maybe the age. I don't know. But definitely with walls you feel much safer. Much safer. And looks like Crackety will get away with all the relics. Unfortunately for the Malians. Now he's just gonna go for it. Donzo's already here, but those are a lot of horse archers. Those are a lot, and some man-at-arms on the mix. These guys are not gonna do much damage. +2 range armor, meaning it's gonna be a little bit tankier, but that's just not enough units, and he's gonna lose significant amount of his military mass. Sofa are starting to join the mix, and so does Musfari Warriors. And I guess he just needs to go Musfari Warriors and Javelin Throwers. It's gonna be the play here. A lot of Javelin Throwers just to protect yourself from all those archers. And, you know, just some Musfari Warriors to deal with the man-at-arms. Probably the best composition. He uses sofas for raiding. Actually for attacking as well, but he just needs a... That's a big wall. He just needs to have a very good fight. Let's take a look at Crackety's base. Slow but steady getting his own walls. And he's just started mixing some spearmen to defend against those sofas. It's like he tried to go for a raid. Meanwhile, Javelin Towers doing a really good job at tanking the damage. Sofas going down. And looks like he will have to retreat for now. Looks like Malians will be winning this fight here, forcing Krakeny to lose his archers. Third pit mine up for the Malians, and looks like he will be forced to go back to his base, losing a couple of villagers already. Three of them actually. Can potentially just start eating some cows, to be honest. Not the best idea to go out in the map with those horse archers. It's kind of risky. He still have some berries here at the base, so he's kind of safe. Meanwhile, Krakeny just mixing pretty much spearman crossbows. Malians are already there with almost all the eco upgrades. He just needs that tier 2 double broadaxe, and he's gonna be having a good time. To be honest, I like the Malian position, except that he lost all the relics, so that puts him in quite a lot of disadvantage. But he does have a room. Yeah, you can see the military mass for the Malians is starting to increase little by little. It's gonna get that big mass that we usually see from the Malians. And he's just gonna go for raid, but looks like Wooden Fortress is gonna deal with that. Sprinkle emplacements are already there, so. Meanwhile, Javelin Throwers. Looks like this villager not gonna be finishing that gate. Never mind. And looks like the Malians, they will be extremely safe. Extremely safe for now. Slow but steady, getting a big mass. At this point, you may want to consider a mangonel against all of this. And I think this is higher quality units. I mean, you have Musafari warriors, you have Javelin Throwers. Poison arrows coming soon. They do take quite some time to research, so we're gonna take some time. I don't know if he wants to engage before poison arrow hits in. At the same time, it doesn't look like a bad idea. Just mass some units, get a bigger mass, and when poison arrows arrive, you should be having a very good fight. While Krakeny just massing a lot of spearmen and horsemen. Getting his first food upgrade. +2 range attack coming for the Malians. Looks like he will try to break in. Some sofas are already trying to break in here, but he's not gathering gold. He's very well protected with this 45 palisade gates. +2 range armor coming for Krakeny, and that's a problem of waiting too long to engage. Your opponent is gonna have the +2 range armor, which makes a huge difference in this fight, where you have a lot of archers like this, and you get poison arrows. It just makes a huge difference. And it looks like Krakeny is picking up some units. Poison arrows are already there, and looks like the Malians will be arriving to the Rus base. These Fari warriors going there in the front line. Not the best unit to be in the front line, to be honest. But the archers and the Javelin Throwers doing quite a lot of DPS on the back. Looks like he will have to pull back for now. Not the problem. The Mali has a big army, but it's just split between different places. At the same time, he's going for a raid. Looks like he didn't kill any villager. He's just focusing on burning the farms. And unfortunately for the Malians, archers are going down, and those are important units that he cannot afford to lose at the moment. Not to mention, second tier upgrade for wood is not upgraded yet, so getting those archers is gonna be slower. And looks like we're back to square one. But not very Lalu coming from him. Not very Lalu. +2 melee armor coming for Crackety, and with that, he's almost pretty much done with the blacksmith upgrades. No melee upgrades for the Malians. Well, second town center coming for Crackety. He knows he's behind economically. I mean, as long as you have Simalero, what the hell? Never mind. I mean, the problem with staying in the same economy is that you're gonna have a fight, you're gonna win it, and your opponent will be affording another new army soon. And now this is a fight that the Malians should be able to take very comfortably. There's a lot of sofas. You need to deal with the spearmen. Unfortunately, the spearmen arrive and the sofas will be running away from now. Just pulling back for the moment. And well, sneaky tower coming for the Malian player. Can we just compliment how patient is a Malian player to just wall the whole map? Maybe he's like me, it's a little bit unsecure about his abilities to react on time for a raid. But it's funny because it's usually the Malians who are the ones, you know, putting the pressure at this point in the game. It's usually the Malian player who's actually have a bigger army, and it's gonna take a huge advantage. But he's pulling back for now. And Sacred Victory approaching for him. At least if you don't have the relics, at least have the sacred sites. And now Crackety is just gonna push, gonna take down that pit mine. Meanwhile, more sofas going for raid. At this point, this is a really expensive unit for raiding. Might think as well of going for some warrior scouts and just send them there and let them die, just because they cost only food, so they are fine. And now emergency keep coming for the Malians. Does he have the upgrade where he can just Oh, that's repairing. That's not building. Never mind. But there is enough units for the Malians to defend this keep, I believe. Starting to trade. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. That's a greedy Malian. That's a very greedy Malian. But he does quite have some traders going on. It's being on for a while, to be honest. It's being on for a while. And unfortunately, the Malian won't be able to secure that keep. Well, that's 15 traders. Oh my god, how come I didn't see it? But now, Crockett is gonna camp this spot, and fortified outposts with sprinkling placement should be enough to scare all this army. Now we know why the walls were coming up here. Our Malian player is a visionary. He wants the trade, and now we know why he doesn't have as many units. He was focusing on the trade instead of making more army, like usually the Malians do. A keep is gonna go up, nevertheless, protecting that cow boom from potential threats. Meanwhile, a keep already here, protecting that gold mine. Crackety not arriving on time. Big gold been denied. Second big gold been denied, and you know, another town center. That's the greediest Malian player I've ever seen. The greediest Malian player. Trade, double TC, cow boom. Sacred site gonna be the capture. No reason to have this passive gold coming up for him. Talking about gold, Crackety with quite a lot of gold in the bank. Quite a lot of gold. Meanwhile, putting a keep here in the center to protect the sacred site and just the middle. And also going for that farm transition. We're starting to get into that point in the game where you need to start thinking about the farms. Uber Eats, what's amazing, but the food is over. It's like the Malian player will spot this out. I want to take a look at the vision. Actually, take a look at the vision of the Malian player. It's actually having... He has a lot of intel. Look at outposts everywhere. And now with the keep here, Crackety will secure a big portion of this wood line. Except he has still a lot of wood in the back. Siege engineering coming up for him. Potentially thinking about taking this keep down is very important. Not only you get the gold back, you also... It's very hard to deny the trade if you have to go all the way from here. You're gonna lose a lot of units for raiding. So I wouldn't be surprised if Crackety's objective is just to take down the skip. That's definitely something to keep in mind. Meanwhile, the Malians use 23 traders. Oh my god. I think it's the first game I see from I think it's the first game I see from a Malian trade. And I'm starting to love it and hate it at the same time. It's like you were supposed to kill the Rus player in the Castle Age. You had the military advantage. You had the crazy food economy from the cows. That just didn't happen. That's a lot of sofas. That's not a raid, man. That's an army. You need to send your whole army to deal with this. No, usually raids is like 5 or 6 units. This is not a raid. This is a man that is trying to kill your whole economy. Talk about raids. Another keep coming for the Malians. Just to protect not only the trade and buff those traders. Or being taxed by those outposts. It's amazing. Are we gonna see the bonus here? Come on. There you go. It looks like the Malians will defend this key for now. Crockett is just gonna push in the middle. I mean, he already have a keep here. High armory coming for him. Not enough space for those siege workshops. Gonna have to delete that wall in the future. One of those landmarks that probably you're not gonna see in the next patch. Just because of the nerf of the siege, probably. Or we're ending up the siege works next patch. Hopefully for a good For a good reason. Hopefully for a good reason. Meanwhile, the Malians trade starting to pay off. And, you know, if you're rich, you can buy whatever you want. And Imperial Age may be coming for him, and it's indeed the Fort of the Huntress, just near his base. Now remember, the Fort of the Huntress now comes with poison arrows, so it's a little bit better than before. Used to be kind of like a meme type of landmark. It's just a keep buffing the traders, but usually you don't trade, so it's like. And now it comes with poison arrows, which is extremely good. So the trade is gonna get defended for now. I don't think Crackety is gonna be able to stop the trade at any point in this game. Meanwhile, the Sofa is still raiding. Poison arrows doing quite a lot of work, and looks like Crackety will be forced to pull back for now. Gonna have to deal with a bigger issue here. Definitely. Quite a lot of Sofa killing quite a lot of villagers now. University coming up for Crackety. And the Malians reach the Imperial Age. You don't get to see that every day. It's like the Malians finally will find a way, but Crockett is he's very safe for now. Oh right, the Fort of Huntress also grants a first strike to Mosfadius. Let's see. And Elite Sofas are already here, so this raid became much more dangerous. But now Streltsy are joining the party. You have that classic Spearman Streltsy combo that you see from the Rus, and you don't know how to deal with that. The good thing about the Malian player is like he's playing extremely defensive. Surprisingly enough, he didn't have any stone walls here. So I mean, he did put a lot of keeps, and for being such a defensive player, it's quite surprising to me that no stone wall was created during this time. Trebuchet gonna be taking down that keep slow but steady. Meanwhile, epic Rus soundtrack playing in the background. And the Sofas are gonna get caught, unfortunately, by those spearmen. It's gonna lose the raiding squad. Part of it still here. Now, Crackety is not going for trade. At least not for now. But he's running out of gold. He used to have this gold vein, and he has this safe gold in the back, and that's it. And remember, Imperial Age upgrades are expensive. He's gonna be using a lot of gold. Quite a lot of gold. Now he's in the base of the Malians once again. Gonna try to take down the cows. Not like this, not the cows. And the problem with killing the cows is like, you can just kill it here, and you cannot build. You have to eat them. You have to eat the cows. You cannot build another ranch here. Meanwhile, Malians with 5 bombards in the field. 5. 2 already there. 3 coming soon. Couple of mangonels. This is a guy who loves siege. I mean, you will hate if you lose those zone bombards just like this. Not like this, man. Not like this. Those funny warriors. Actually, Somalians just defending this. Where is Crockety's army? It's just here. Looks like the Malian defend this successfully. And he's pop cap. No, not pop cap, but he does have quite a lot of economy. Usually it's the other way around. You see like 100 military units and just like no economic unit for the Malians. Now things are just different here. Things are just different. Now this is a very scary siege army. Keep is gonna go down in a matter of a few seconds. Please do not lose those bombards. I beg you. I beg you, do not lose those bombards. Not like these. Not like these. Never mind, it's gonna react on time. It was just a signal, you know. It's about sending a signal. Meanwhile, bombarding placement in all these outposts. This is a guy who loves outposts, loves bombards, loves siege, doesn't love units. Those fatty gunners coming soon for the Malians. Keep goes down. And Crackety trying his best to take down this keep. He needs access to gold. And he indeed has quite a lot of units here. Trying to take down the villagers. Meanwhile, Streltsy doing quite a lot of work here. Who needs units when you have 4 bombards? Looks like Crackety took down the keep, so he has access for gold. He doesn't want to use the reserve bank, just for now. 5 bombards should be more than enough to deal with everything here. And so 3 mangonels. Good lord. This is a guy who just loves siege. It's gonna be really sad the next patch. Siege is gonna change. Couple of bombards scaring that spearman, and looks like Crackety can have a little bit of breath. Can just finally secure some gold for now, but it's running out soon. It's already more than halfway there. The questioning is, what kind of damage can the Malians do? He can definitely cause a lot of damage. I mean, Crockett is only on 2 town centers. Meanwhile, the Malians is on 2 town centers, cow boom, and trade. So it's gonna take a while to take down the Malian economy. Meanwhile, if the Malians just focus on just a huge raid, I don't think Crockett can recover that fast if he loses a lot of villagers here. And there is not enough static defenses, so this area is pretty much exposed for him. Another keep going down. Meanwhile, the big force arriving. There's a lot of archery ranges. And well, it's quite a lot of gold income that the Malian is having. Keep going down. Looks like he will repair it on time. Does he have the... He doesn't have the Banco repairs. You will love this upgrade for the keeps. It's very funny that this upgrade is on the town center. That's why nobody uses it. Like, you don't want to lose a villager. At this point in the game, you don't mind losing a villager. Just to repair 50% faster. It looks like the Mali is just not gonna be raiding everywhere. It's just gonna be like a single force in a single location with a lot of siege. And it looks like Crackett is like massing his own mangonel force. It's just gonna be horseman, Streltsy, spearman. And meanwhile, Malians is just gonna be pretty much siege. And the thing is, he doesn't have room for anything else. He's basically suffering from success at this point, because his economy is really good, but he doesn't have room for more military units, which you need to defend your siege. This is one of those fights that Crockett may be thinking like, why is this guy still alive? Like the Malians will pull back for now. How many villagers Not so many, but there should be plenty of traders. 45 and counting. Unfortunately for the Malian player, no stone walls, so trade still it's in danger. Looks like there's not enough outposts here just to give the extra resources. Looks like he's pulling back for now. Things have just hold down a little bit. Just think about, go to the drawing board. Just how do we kill this player? Bombarding placements, keeps everywhere, trade, cow boom, you name it. Fort of Huntress. The secret site's gonna be completely ignored for now, and he is starting to wall the trade. I was crackety thinking, you know what, there's not enough gold for me, I need to start trading. Most likely he's transitioning for that, and probably he's just thinking about walling this, because otherwise he doesn't have any access to gold except for this one, which is pretty much finished. And looks like Crackety will push from here. Big gold vein. This is an important keep. Big gold vein here, as well as the end of the trade. More culverins for the Malians. Not enough military units for the Malians, unfortunately. But he doesn't have any much villagers, to be honest. I mean, it's not like it's just a trade that is just giving him so much resources. Villagers gonna try to repair the keep, and Mangonels arrive pretty much on time to scare the whole army. Big shot here, but doesn't quite reach the right target. And now Bombard's gonna try to scare all those units here. Springles gonna try to take down the Bombard. Now remember, these are Russes, the Rus Springles, just gonna be having some extra range. Does he have the upgrades? I believe so. Yeah, he does have the upgrades for the Springles. He doesn't have the other ones for the Mangonels and the Bombards. The Springle is the important one here, at least in this patch. Unfortunately, the Malian losing the siege, losing a couple of culverins. They are very, very expensive, which you can get another one very easily with the trade. Infinite gold, pretty much. How much gold do you need at this point? Now, Sofa not the best unit to deal with this mass. A lot of Stretzy, a lot of... At this point, you need a mass of archers. Like a mass of archers. Like with poison arrows, they should be doing pretty well against the horsemen, but I don't think the siege game is working out for the Malians. He's already lost quite a significant number of siege units, and not enough stone in the map. Stone here having been gathered, so this area is gonna get exposed for now. And looks like Crackety will just push here in this area. Bombard taking down another Mangonel. It looks like this was a Mangonel here. But now that Malians lost his siege mass, thinking about getting more military units. Those fatty gunners, obviously, very, very good unit, but you're gonna have to mix it with probably some... You need a front line here. You definitely need a front line. Bombard's trying to take down the Culverin. Culverin goes back for now. And Crackety is slow but steady pushing here. This might be the greediest Malian player I ever seen. 153 economic units. That's quite a lot. How many villagers you need? It's quite a lot of villagers. And that's... You know, there's a point in the game where having too many villagers may actually hurt you. That's something to consider. And Musfari gunners just not in the right place. So Crocodile will pull back for now. His Bombard's still alive. He just needs to slow but steady start pushing into the base. It's just so hard, to be honest. It's just so hard. The farm economy is here, so it's kind of exposed. So that's actually another entry point. Meanwhile, the Malian, he's so focusing on defending that he haven't done any damage to Crocodile. I feel like he had a really good map control at the beginning, but he started losing it with several fights. And then now Kraken is just pushing into the base. And, you know, that's a lot of Culverins. That's a lot of Culverins, but Bombards are not even in range. It looks like he's gonna lose the siege mass once again. That's painful. Another raid coming here. Trade starting to happen for Crocodile. It's gonna... And it's slow but steady getting that trade going because he's running out of gold. Now another thing to consider is like Crocodile is on 5 relics. So gold is not the biggest of his issues. Just needs to deal with this huge trade line. How many traders you need? 49 traders, sir. Of course. Now Springle's coming down here, but not enough units for the Malians. Unfortunately, not enough military units. Going for some raids. Are they actually working though? Because this base is very well protected. So I actually tried to put a ram here, a couple of siege workshops, and just ram the hell out of the Rus player, forcing him to go back. That's the only way. But you just send units here to defend, and at the same time you just build some rams to put some pressure. I'm surprised bot players haven't gone into any rams yet. Such an annoying unit. Such an annoying unit. There were more Culverins for the Malians. Is it even historically accurate that the Malians have siege? I think so. And finally, the trade going down for the Malians, which will leave him some space to actually make some military units. He does have enough production, so he should be able to resupply quite fast. Finally, the South has arrived into the base. Gonna go there for some raiding. Now keep with cannon emplacement. Does have cannon placement. Indeed, he has all the emplacements actually. And now the Malians are pushing back. You kill some traders, but you leave some space for more military, especially those Musfari gunners. Looks like Kraken is gonna lose a bombard, unfortunately. Back to 0 bombards. Back to 0 bombards. And with that, the army is not as scary anymore. Wonder if the Malian player can actually do something here. But looks like he's too focusing on defending. It's just too focused on defending. Musfari gunners in the front line. Not the best front line. Okay, Musfari warriors are joining the party here. Oh my god, that's a juicy mangonel shot. All those Streltsy. But we're not gonna see another Mangonel shot. Another one of those, and those Streltsy mass is gone. And this one of those like masses that is really hard to stop once they get a really good amount. Streltsy is such a good unit, just because of the attack speed they have when they stay in one place. And now Crackety just needs to camp this area and kill all the traders that he can possibly can. Horseman gonna be taking down the Musafari gunners. Cannon emplacements here. This guy loves emplacements. He's an emplacement lover. Cannon emplacement here, cannon emplacement there, cannon emplacement everywhere. Everyone gets a cannon emplacement. And while Crackety with the trade, going not the best trade for the Ruse. Unfortunately for him, this cannon is actually taking down the traders. So gold, not the biggest asset for Crackety at this point. Luckily for him, he does have the high trade house, which is generating how long? Where is the high trade house? Should be around here. There you go. 161 gold a minute, plus 5 relics. He's having a good time. He's having a good time for sure. Unlike these traders, they are not. They are not. It's like elite Donzos will join the party. Definitely the right choice. I mean, Musafari warriors, they are very gold heavy. You might want to save the gold for the Musafari gunners, and then just have the front line as the just a spearman. So far work quite well, to be honest, but with all those Streltsy, I feel like it's such a waste. Such expensive unit dying so fast. And the Malian with a keep here, denying the trade for Crackety. Giving Crackety quite a lot of headache, honestly. We'll have to deal with that trade. But meanwhile, as long as the Streltsy mass is alive... Oh, look at that! Scouts joining the party. They're not warrior scouts, actually. They're just scouts. Oh my god. Is that a misclick, or is that like an announcement like, I'm gonna go torch all your landmarks because you don't have access to stone walls? I can just delete all my units, go mass scouts, and just torch the hell out of your landmarks, which are really close to each other. 1, 2, 3, and the 4th one here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like that. I will do that. I'm definitely the kind of guy who will do a YOLO. That's kind of... I love YOLOs. Sometimes, you know, opponent expects an honorable surrender, but you just surprise him with a mass exodus of villagers just torching all the landmarks. Getting caught with his pants off, definitely an option. Definitely an option. Meanwhile, another bombard coming for the Malians, and looks like this keep is alive and kicking. Crackety, for some reason, he has gold again. I'm not sure how, but he does have gold. Maybe he just sold some resources from the Golden Gate. And now Crackety, it's going there for the economy of the Malian. And let's take a look at the trade count. Wait a second. The Malian is trading here. How many traders? Did he lose all the traders? Am I blind? Why can I see the trade count? But a raid happening here. Malians losing quite a lot of economic units, especially those at the farms. Keep gonna be protecting those villagers, but not quite yet. Not quite. Not the best trade, right? Not the best trade indeed. Bombard taking down walls. But looks like this horseman raid was really good for Crackety. He did indeed kill quite a lot of villagers. Quite a lot of them. He's only 96 economic units at the moment. But to be honest, he has a lot of resources. That can actually be a blessing in disguise, where he can just have extra military units working for him. Meanwhile, Bombard trying to take down this keep. Looks like the keep will take down the Bombard first. Not if another Bombard comes. And at this point, no Banco repairs for the Malian player. And looks like this keep is gonna go down, and with that, all the food economy is 100% exposed at the moment. Crocodile already there with 34 Streltsy and 45 Spearmen. Like, that's all you need. Except when you have this at your base, you're gonna be losing quite a lot of production here. He knows he's in his base, so he may potentially use this opportunity to push into the Malian base. He knows his army is here. At least a portion of it. Covering with not enough space to take down the Bombard. That's a lot of Musafari gunners. And I wonder if they're worth it. That's a lot of Musafari gunners. But that's also a lot of Streltsy. Well, the Donsos just torching down the production. That's still quite a lot of production for Crackety, I believe. Plenty of it. Reinforcements are not stopping anytime soon. And the Malian just gonna keep defending here in his base. But it looks like Crackety will be able to push here. Not gonna lie, these Streltsy are just the better unit here. And plus he has 3 Bombards and Springles. With the upgrades, Mangonel is there. Gotta be careful not to lose your Streltsy mats against a Mangonel. But looks like the Mangonel goes down, and Crackety finally pushes into the Malian base. What are Donsos doing? Just taking down more economic units. Gotta love the Donso rate. Veteran warrior scouts. Not elite yet. But probably you can think about warrior scouts as your front line, as your cheap front line, just as a, you know, as a mid grind. And then you have the Musafari gunners just to deal some DPS on the back. Talking about frontline, there is no frontline for Crackety. He may lose his Streltsy, but not all the Streltsy are here. Quite a few of them are somewhere else in the map. It looks like he will have to pull back for now. You don't want to lose your expensive Bombards. And now finally Crackety deals with this. He does have very, very few units. But still, he managed to secure the goal here, so he's fine for now. He's fine for now. If actually the Malian finds this is 24 workers. You can take down Crackety's economy down to 65. And then with more raids, there's pretty much no economy left. You just have a lot of savings. Siege works coming for Crackety, just to make sure you don't lose that siege. Extra health will help, definitely. And Horseman will just go there for B at the front line once again. Mangonel gets a decent shot. It's another decent shot, but goes down. And now Warrior Scouts, not veteran yet. Not the lead upgrade for the Warrior Scouts. And Kraken is once again pushing here. And no raids coming soon. No raids coming soon. So looks like he won't be distracted anymore. He will be able to push this time. And Malians just... I don't think Malian is just a match for Rus in the Imperial Age. It's just so much passive gold. I mean, so does the Malian, right? But it's just the Streltsy and the extra siege upgrades that the Rus have. And I think this is Kraken's push. We're talking about 96 military units, 52 Streltsy. How do you deal with 52 Streltsy? This is a very sad trade. Only 31 gold. You can see the Malian running out of gold. Bombards taking down production. And it looks like Kraken will just keep pushing into this direction. There's nothing that is stopping him to send units somewhere else. Just trying to keep his mass alive, trying to make some man-at-arms. I love this. A very, very tanky unit. And Kraken just pushing into the production of the Malians. And he taps out. Well play by these two players. Wow, I never seen such a greedy Malian player. One of the greediest Malian player I ever seen in my life. One of the greediest ones, for sure.